Hey everybody, it's Max McAllister from Traction Dynamics here. Today we're going to give you a little overview how to put some boom in the room. We're going to be showing you an overview of the installation of Honda's power amplifier and speaker upgrade kit. It's actually too long and too complicated of a process to produce a video over, so I'm just going to kind of talk about it in two steps. One up to the point where we get the amplifier mounted, which is where we're at, and then another one I'll show a video after we've cabled it all up. But to give you an overview, if you kind of back up with the camera, you'll see the stage. The bike needs to basically be torn down to this point to put a stereo in it. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer, this one's going to be high on the list of difficulty, and you may want to just let a professional do this. So basically everything you see here, we got the wheel off because we were doing suspension. You'll have to have the bike stripped to this point to do this job. So all body work and fairings have to come off from the front, shelter, seat, side covers obviously. All of the trunk side panels and underneath back panel, the left saddlebag top, the rear saddlebag cover, everything behind the trunk has to come off. The left muffler has to come off. That's one of the steps you do first. Once you're kind of to that stage, changing the speakers are straightforward. You can't tell the difference with your eye. But you can feel that the upgraded speakers have a much heavier magnet in them. So I haven't heard one of these stereos yet, so I have no idea what it'll sound like. But we'll actually do a third video where I'll put our shop bike next to this one. We'll kind of make a video of what the sound quality is and compare them for you. This kit is $1,100 from Honda, and I believe it's a 4 to 5 hour installation. I got to look at the Honda accessory sheet, but so $400 or $500. So you really got to want this upgrade because it's going to cost you. This changing the speakers is actually the easiest part. Once these are off, there's just two wires like any other speaker when you see those. Up here in the front, there's a handful of screws around each speaker cover. It comes off, the speaker sitting there, changes again, 4 screws and 2 wires. So the speakers themselves, that part's really straightforward and easy. Now, the amplifier itself, you build and assemble the bracketry. Come on in and kind of look at the amplifier here. Let me see if I've got a light. So here's the amplifier in here. You have to assemble the bracketry to it, and then hysterically, so there's 4 studs that stick through the floor of the saddlebag. From the factory, these back 2 holes are drilled and they have a grommet in them, and you pull those out. For some reason, Honda didn't drill the other 2 holes on this side for this bracket. So you have to go from underneath and with a 1/4 inch or 6 millimeter drill bit, and the holes are pre-marked in the plastic. So they're located, you just drill where they're marked. I just thought it was odd that they drilled 2 holes and put rubber grommets in them and left the other holes not drilled. And then around the back, they again have marked 3 holes, and you'll need a 30 millimeter step drill bit. You can find, on these kits on Amazon or whatever for cheap, 25 bucks. But this one's up to 32 millimeters. So you just blow through this with a step bit. Don't try and use a hole saw, it just makes a mess. The step bit, this plastic's nice quality. It just leaves a totally clean, burr-free hole. And then Honda's even got little marks here in the plastic as to where they want the center line of these grommets oriented. So they're kind of making a little Y shape to them to do that. Once the amp's assembled, you stick it through the floor, and underneath there's 4 acorn nuts that go on to hold the amplifier down to the bike. And And then from there, the rest of the prep, you are gonna start popping out holes and stuff. And then we've got a harness somewhere to install and some insulation. So part 2, we're gonna do the wiring and coupling on. So anyway, this is an overview. Like I said, as you can see, it would be impossible to do this in a video because of the scope and complexity of it. So I'm just trying to give you an overview. Maybe it'll either encourage you or discourage you from trying it yourself. But so part 2, cabling. Part 3, we'll listen to them next to each other. So I'm Max. Thanks for watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share these with your friends. Hello everybody, it's Max McAllister from Traction Dynamics here. Oops, something